Seniors across the country are burning through their fixed income without even realizing it. They walk into the shop, ask for the good brand, and pay top dollar for Michelin, a tire that, in real-world testing, plenty of drivers replace before 50,000 miles, while lesser-known manufacturers are quietly delivering 65,000, 70,000, sometimes even 80,000 miles for a fraction of the price, with fewer complaints and far less advertising. And almost nobody at the tire counter is going to be the one to tell you that. We're breaking that silence. We're revealing 7 cheap tire brands that consistently outlast Michelin, backed by real-world wear tests, independent lab data, owner reports, and long-term mileage tracking. Stick with me until the end, because the #1 brand on this list is the one even veteran mechanics quietly put on their own parents' cars. Let's get into it. Number 7, Kumho. We're starting with a South Korean brand that a lot of drivers dismiss without ever checking the numbers. Kumho Tire was founded in 1960 and grew from a small operation into a global manufacturer with production plants across the United States, China, and Vietnam, backed by research centers on 3 continents. The kind of consistency a senior driver on a fixed income needs, because the worst thing you can do with a limited tire budget is buy something that wears unevenly and needs replacing early. Kumho's all-season lines, including the Exta and Solus families, routinely report real-world lifespans of 65,000 to 70,000 miles at a price significantly below comparable Michelin options. Tire Rack's long-term evaluations show slow, even tread wear, and Consumer Reports has rated several Kumho models high for value per mile. Not flashy, not exciting, just dependable. Kumho also earns something money can't fake. Major automakers, including BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, and Hyundai, trust Kumho as original equipment on vehicles sold right here in the US. That's not a marketing claim. That's an engineering department somewhere deciding this tire is good enough to put under a $60,000 car before it ever leaves the factory. And if that sounds solid, the next brand takes the same value-for-money philosophy and adds one thing seniors specifically ask for: a quiet, predictable ride. Number 6. General Tire. This is a genuine American legacy brand, founded in 1915 in Akron, Ohio, back when Akron was the beating heart of the entire global tire industry. Hundreds of tire companies existed in Akron at that time. Almost all of them are gone. General Tire survived, and survival in that industry, over more than a century, tells you something no advertisement can. Today, General Tire operates under Continental, one of the most respected tire manufacturers in the world, which means the quality control and material science behind every General Tire got a serious upgrade without the price tag following it upward. Their touring lineup is where this really shows up for everyday drivers. The Ultimax RT43 has ranked at the top of Consumer Reports testing, in some evaluations outperforming certain Michelin models, specifically in ride comfort and noise control. 2 things that matter enormously if you're driving the same car every day for the next decade and want it to feel gentle on your joints and your ears, not just your wallet. General consistently sits in the mid-range on price while delivering of above-average lifespan, which makes it one of the strongest value-per-mile options an older driver can put on a sedan or a crossover. And the next brand takes that same quiet reliability and adds one more thing seniors have learned to worry about the hard way: rain. Number 5, Uniroyal. This brand has been around since 1892, and it still sits priced in the mid-range instead of the ultra-premium tier, even though its performance rivals tires that cost considerably more. What sets Uniroyal apart is wet weather safety, and this matters more for older drivers than almost any other factor on this list. Reaction time changes with age, and a tire that grips confidently the moment rain hits the road isn't a luxury, it's a safety margin. Uniroyal built its reputation as the rain tire generations ago, and it still earns that title today. Their Tiger Paw and Rain Expert lines use shark skin-inspired tread technology designed to evacuate water faster from underneath the tire, cutting down hydroplaning risk on soaked highways. Exactly the kind of highway a lot of seniors drive daily to appointments, to see grandkids, to run errands, regardless of weather. Newer Uniroyal models have also improved tread life and lowered road noise, correcting the one real weakness older generations of this tire used to have. In North America, Uniroyal is backed by Michelin itself. Same parent company, same quality floor, without the flagship price sitting on top of it. That combination of proven wet weather safety and genuine value is rare. And for a driver who wants maximum confidence without paying top-tier money, Uniroyal deserves a serious look. Before we go to number 4, if this breakdown is actually helping you or someone you know shop smarter, do us a favor. Like the video and share it with a parent or grandparent who's about to walk into a tire shop and get talked into paying double. Subscribe too, because the top 3 brands on this list are the ones that will completely change how you think about buying tires for the rest of your life. Now, let's keep going. Number 4, Cooper. This brand comes with a detail most drivers overlook entirely. Founded in 1914, Cooper managed to stay independent for more than a century, while countless competitors got swallowed up by mergers or disappeared off the map completely. That kind of staying power doesn't happen by accident. It happens when your product holds up on real roads, year after year, for customers who don't have room in their budget for tires that fail early. Cooper built its name on durability in harsh conditions: heat, heavy rain, long highway stretches, even snow. The company leans on real-world toughness instead of flashy marketing, which is exactly the kind of brand that tends to get overlooked by someone standing in a shop being pointed toward the name they already recognize. Cooper's adaptive traction technology helps the tread maintain bite in both wet and dry conditions, while snow groove edges improve winter grip and reduce uneven wear. And even wear is the detail that actually determines how many miles you get out of a set before you're back in the shop, spending money again. The Discoverer lineup is where Cooper shines brightest, especially for SUVs, with extremely high owner satisfaction scores and drivers regularly reporting strong tread life even under heavier use. Cooper consistently undercuts premium brands on price while delivering comparable and sometimes better mileage per dollar, which is precisely the math a senior on a fixed income needs someone to finally say out loud. Number 3, Yokohama. This is a brand almost everyone recognizes from motorsports, but very few people realize just how durable their everyday passenger and SUV tires actually are on normal American roads. Founded in 1917, Yokohama originally built its name on grip and precise control on the racetrack, and what surprises most drivers is how long that same grip lasts once it's translated onto a daily driver. Long-term wear tests show Yokohama tires holding solid traction deep into their lifespan, which is uncommon at this price point, and it matters most for a senior who isn't rotating cars every few years. You want a tire that grips the same in year 3 as it did in month 3, not one that quietly gets more dangerous the older it gets while looking fine on the outside. The brand blends decades of endurance racing experience, where tires get punished for hours without a break, into rubber compounds that stay stable under heat instead of breaking down the way cheaper competitors do. The Avid and Geolandar families do most of the work here. Avid tires are popular on sedans and crossovers for their smooth, quiet ride and long mileage. Exactly what a retired driver running errands and visiting grandkids actually needs. Not a sport tire built for cornering. Nobody's doing at 70. Geolandar models hold up especially well on SUVs and trucks in poor weather, with owners consistently reporting slow, even wear, and confident grip on wet roads even at high mileage. Yokohama also uses orange oil-infused compounds that keep the rubber flexible without speeding up tread loss, which stretches the life of the tire while quietly improving fuel economy, savings that add up every single month, not just at the register the day you buy them. Number 2, Hankook. This brand used to get filed under mid-range without much thought, but it now stands shoulder to shoulder with the manufacturers everyone assumes are automatically better. What surprises people most is how often Hankook tires actually outlast premium models that cost significantly more. And this isn't a one-off claim. It's a pattern that shows up again and again in long-term owner data and independent testing, including consumer reports. Hankook has been building tires since 1941, and their compounds are engineered specifically to remain stable under heat, which slows down tread degradation over the life of the tire, instead of letting it accelerate the way cheaper rubber does once it's a year or two old. Their control technology focuses on reducing rolling resistance while reinforcing tread strength, which is the real reason so many drivers report Hankook tires staying quiet and smooth even near the end of their usable life. Not just quiet when new, quiet when it matters, on a fixed budget, 3 years down the road. The Kinergy all-season line is a favorite among daily commuters, specifically because of its long mileage and strong wet braking. Two things that matter enormously to a senior driver who values predictability over performance for its own sake. Fleet operators, people who track cost per mile professionally for a living, with no brand loyalty at all, frequently choose Hankook because the tires survive daily abuse while delivering more miles per dollar than most of the household names sitting next to them on the shelf. If a fleet manager trusts his bottom line to it, that's a stronger endorsement than any commercial you'll ever see. And now, the number one brand, the one even veteran mechanics quietly put on their own parents' cars. Number one, General Tire's cousin brand doesn't even need a flashy reveal because the truth here is almost too simple. It's GT Radial. This is the flagship brand of GT Tire, a major global manufacturer headquartered in Singapore with roots dating back to 1951, selling in more than 130 countries today with advanced research centers across the globe. One of the clearest signs of GT Radial's real-world quality is who else trusts it. Volkswagen has used GT Radial tires as original equipment on US market vehicles like the Tiguan and Atlas, the exact same vehicles other buyers are paying a premium brand price to protect. Drivers choose GT Radial because it strikes a rare balance between price and performance. Confident grip in wet and dry conditions, a comfortable ride, and respectable tread life, all built around eco-focused rubber compounds that reduce rolling resistance and stretch every mile a little further than it would otherwise go. Their Champiro series covers everyday passenger cars and sedans, the kind of car most seniors are actually driving. While their SUV and light truck lines add on-road comfort without sacrificing the durability needed for the occasional rough road or unexpected weather. For a driver who wants real confidence, real safety margin, and real savings without paying for a name that costs more to advertise than it does to manufacture, GT Radial earns the top spot on this list. Quietly, the same way it's been earning trust from automakers for 70 years, while nobody was paying attention. That's the list. 7 brands, 7 ways to stop paying for a name and start paying for actual mileage. If this saved you or someone you love a few $100s at the tire shop, that's the whole point of this channel. Share it with them before their next appointment.